Power tends to corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Those were the words of Lord Acton, very famous words. And yet, as we look across the pond at what happened in the American elections, it feels a little bit like that might well be quite true. We look at Donald Trump, and it certainly seems as if he's lost those elections, and yet he's clinging on. He's refusing to concede. One journalist put it like this: Trump is blocking the transition in unprecedented ways. How many times have we heard that word unprecedented? And yet, what I think is interesting is not so much our kind of views on the politics going on there, but what it shows us about power. You see, as humans, we often scrabble for power, for control. It's something that we want, isn't it? We want to get it, whether that's control being the most powerful person in the world, or whether that's control just over our day-to-day. And in fact, one of the things we've struggled with in COVID has been not having control and having things forced upon us. We don't like that. And yet, even when we get control, what do? Well, we get very suspicious of those around us who might be trying to take it from us. We become like Julius Caesar in Shakespeare's play, don't we? We don't want anybody to take our power away from us. And yet, what does Christmas say to that kind of narrative, of that kind of power-grabbing narrative? Well, it speaks of a God who is all-powerful, absolutely powerful, and yet one who doesn't do with that what we might expect. The Bible says this: Jesus, who being in very nature God, didn't consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Here is God, the all-powerful one, the one who's in control of everything. And does he use that to his own advantage? Well, no. Rather, he made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant, being found in human likeness. This is the message of Christmas. The God of the universe became a handheld baby, weak, impoverished, born in a shed. This isn't God coming to crush anybody who stands up against him. No, this is God coming as a baby. Being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. You know, the amazing thing about God's power, God's control, is that he uses it. He humbles himself so as to offer forgiveness to those who think that we should have the power, who think that we should do things our way, who don't recognise his power. And so he doesn't come on a war horse to defeat us. No, he comes as a baby to die on a cross, to offer us forgiveness, love, acceptance. That's what power looks like when it's done well. That's power exercised beautifully. And that's the power we see at Christmas. And if that's something you'd like to find out more about, please do check out the other videos on this site. Or why not check out endcliffechurch.co.uk/Christmas and find out more. Thanks. Stay safe. Bye-bye.